Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to watch this video presentation. Thank you. In today's video presentation, I'm going to be sharing the second part of an article that I wrote after returning from a conference in which I presented in a workshop in May of 2013 last month. As you listen to this article being read and questions come to mind, please send those questions to me. All questions are good questions. If you'd like to leave a comment, I would also love to hear from you. I would encourage you to watch part one of this video presentation, as part one builds upon part two, as the article builds upon part one builds upon part two. To read the article, I'll put my glasses back on and bring up the article. Thank you for being here. Your presence is always welcome, and I look forward to hearing from you, my friend. So drop me a line. Here's the article. Second Chance to Live and Embracing Life and the Embracing Life and Living Well After Brain Injury Conference, May of 2013, Lesson Learned, a Smoother Transition. Let me first say that the reason why I was able to train at the martial arts school that I talk about in part one and now in part two of this article is because my sensei was very kind to me. He did not charge me for classes, so I was able to attend during those 8 years, and because I am on disability, as you know, and was not able to afford classes. So he was kind enough to allow me to train at the school during the 8 years. So here we go with the article. Here's the backstory to provide a smoother transition. While I was training at a martial arts school, I achieved my brown belt. After achieving my brown belt, when Sensei, my instructor, decided that I was ready to prepare for my black belt, I entered an 8-hour long physical and mental toughness test. To read more about this progress test, the 8-hour long preparation for being able to qualify to enter the 10-month long black belt exam, please come to my article here on Second Chance to Live and click on traumatic/acquired brain injury. Do not give up on your dreams, part 3 of 3, which I've highlighted. The test was among 7 other progress checks that would be over the 10-month long period to qualify to be able to test for my black belt. So what we had to do is we had to go through this 10-month long, or we had to go through this 8-hour long test to be able to qualify to enter the 10-month long black belt cycle test, which would also include 7 progress checks with varying times and mental toughness and physical activity. So I would encourage you to read my article, Traumatic Brain Injury, Do Not Give Up on Your Dreams, part 3 of 3, just to get an overview of what the demands of the preparation or the progress check to qualify to go into the black belt cycle. So this test was among 7 other progress checks over a 10-month period to qualify to be able to test for my black belt. 3 weeks after completing the test, I met with my sensei. I was told that I had passed the progress check. After Sensei told me that I had passed the 8-hour long progress check, he told me that I would be invited to begin the 10-month long black belt cycle to qualify at the end for a 2-day black belt exam to test for my black belt. As you might imagine, I was thrilled at the news to be able to enter the black belt cycle to test for my black belt after training at the martial arts school for 8 years. 2 months into the 10-month long cycle in early February, during one class, my right knee started to lock up on me. To me, this was not a good sign, as you might imagine. After all the hard work and determination that I put into my training there at the martial arts school. To make a long story short, I had an MRI done on my right knee. Although I was sad since I trained so very hard for many years to test for my black belt, I knew that for the long haul, bowing out of the 10-month-long process was in my best interest. The MRI that I had done on my right knee showed that I had two meniscus tears, one medial and one anterior. As you might imagine, the news was somewhat devastating to me. After much consultation, I decided that it would be prudent to bow out of the black belt cycle process to focus on rehabbing my knee. I attended physical therapy for approximately 2 months and then spent another 6 to 7 months working on rehabbing my knee without surgery. I did this on my own. After rehabbing my knee, I decided that returning to train at the martial arts school would place my right knee that had the meniscus tears in jeopardy through grappling and sparring, as there was a tremendous amount of torquing of my knees through grappling and sparring. Although the decision was difficult, I knew that I could continue developing my skills. After making the decision to not return to the martial arts school, I decided to train on my own at the Y to develop my skills. During the course of the past 3 years, I've worked diligently to develop and sharpen my skills in the following arts: Western boxing, my jab, cross, hook, uppercut, and overhand in both my dominant and non-dominant hands, my Muay Thai knees, elbows, and Thai kicks, which are shin kicks rather than instep kicks that are used through chamber kicks that many traditional martial arts such as karate, Shotokan, taekwondo use. My Wing Chun, my centerline strikes, and my Jeet Kune Do traps, strikes, and blocks. And through developing fine motor skills in my dominant and non-dominant hands through Eskrima, Kali, or modern artists by using single and double rattan sticks. If in the event you're interested in these particular martial arts, I would encourage you to enter the different ones into Google, and you can get a more of an overview than I can give you at this particular time as to what is entailed in training in these particular arts that I have trained in for the past 16 years. Benefits I find in training in the martial arts. These are the benefits. I train in the martial arts to develop excellence, not the combative component. I train in martial arts to increase my brain's capacity through neuroplasticity. I train in the martial arts to develop increased hand-eye coordination, hand speed, fine motor skills, agility, accuracy, precision, foot movement, placement, reaction time, dexterity, flexibility, and strength. My training in the martial arts during the course of about 16 years has undoubtedly enhanced my quality of life and well-being. My training in the martial arts has and continues to help me to develop as an individual through my pursuit of excellence as I learn to be in life through my process. This is the end of part 2 of the article. I want to thank you for being here. You're an important part of my process, and you are always welcome. And I look forward to our times here on YouTube and through Second Chance to Live. I want to encourage you, please, do not give up on yourself, your process, or a loving God, because more will be revealed in time. I need to remember this too. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. So be encouraged, my friend. Your best days are out in front of you. I'll say so long for now. Remember, more will be revealed. Have a great day, and God bless both you and your family. So long now.